What's good, everyone? Yeah, yeah, I'm just chilling right now. Yeah, but you guys see the title. I'm about to go in, but I'm just chilling right now. Yeah. I just got back out. I was out and I did a few things, and this is pretty much what made me want to make this video. Is me coming out and about, and just the experience I had when I was out, and it gave me the reason to name my title of this live stream the way I fucking named it. Cause one thing I seen is people are fucking miserable, man, and it's nobody's fault but their own. You can say the government had in the system and people are stressed, but when the fuck haven't people been stressed in life? You got to look at it like what's going on right now has a lot to do with the shift that we're in, and the shift is amplifying shit, and a lot of individuals aren't taking responsibility. So this is leading to a time right now where everyone feels like if it doesn't go my way without me doing any type of work, then I have a right to be miserable. That's why I see a lot of miserable ass bitches out here. And when I say bitches, I'm not just talking about females. I'm talking about men too. A lot about is bitches in general, because people want shit for nothing. People will go and complain why that they'll say, "Oh, you got to pay for that. You got to pay your rent. You got to things aren't free." But somehow they expect other things like a peace of mind, happiness, confidence. They expect that for free, which is retarded. Because if anything, confidence and having a peace of mind and like just things that are like positive on that level that are not physical, that's more important and more valuable than money, material things you buy with money. So motherfuckers got it backwards. So it just I seen a lot of shit. I was like, cause I was out and about. I went to the store to go get some shit, and I don't know. It just was weird. I went to the like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I don't even say excuse me to people no more. I don't even say excuse me to people no more because I realize like even if I, cause sometimes I'll be like, I actually get into someone's way and I'll say excuse me, and like the other day I was at Whole Foods, right, and I actually got in somebody's way and I was like, excuse me. And like he had like an attitude. So I was like, well, fuck you too, bitch. So like nowadays, like today, I was in somebody's way and it was my fault because I didn't see them. I didn't even say excuse me. I was in my mind, I was like, bitch, fuck you. I just looked at you. Like I got out their way, but I didn't say excuse me because like, bitch, who the fuck is you? Like, yeah, it was a mistake on my part, but um me rectifying my mistake is just getting out of the way. I don't gotta say excuse me. I don't gotta apologize. So, because I realize like most people, they're not shit in this world. I don't gotta apologize to you. Because sometimes, like you know how the programming, it'll have you thinking that, oh, you gotta apologize, you gotta be nice, you gotta have respect, and you do gotta have respect, but not all the time. Like they'll tell you, if you want respect, you gotta give respect. That's not how life works. Sometimes you need to not give respect, and sometimes when you don't give respect, sometimes that's how you actually do get respect. Not all the time, but sometimes. Like life isn't so cut and dry like they fucking like to make it. So always gotta keep that shit in mind. Niggas try to make it like it's cut and dry. Oh, if you want to give respect, you gotta get nigga, shut the fuck up. That's not how life works. I wish it worked like that and it should work like that, but that's not how it is. They'll tell you if you go to jail, You go to prison, you gotta mind your business and stay out of jail. That's not how it is, motherfucker. When you go to jail, you can mind your business and niggas will still fuck with you. So obviously it's deeper than that. You just gotta be in the right. This is why I say you gotta work on your mind and your spirit so you don't be in a situation where you manifest certain things you don't gotta manifest, because all of that stems from the mind. If you're a fucked up individual and you have a fucked up spirit and fucked up energy, then you could be minding your business and attract a situation that's so unfair. Like, why is this happening to me? It's because your energy is not in the right place. That's why you got to get your energy right. And even then, that's not really it's not even really a like a clear way to not attract bullshit, because you're always gonna like somehow shape or form you're gonna attract some bullshit. So you gotta just keep that shit in mind. Yeah, it's just crazy. But it's like it seems like it's just getting worse. Like it's weird. I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah, like, and another funny thing I noticed is like over time how like the energy, you could tell the energy changes, because I moved into this apartment like a year ago, and then when I first moved into this apartment, it is not just with this apartment, but for everything I do, you can take this example that what I'm about to make. Like I moved in this apartment like a year ago, right? And the funny thing is that when I moved in this apartment, like there'll be certain individuals I see in the apartment, they'll be chill, have a good vibe and everything. And then like as time goes on, especially recently, these same people like they just have an attitude for no reason. They're just miserable. And like people say, well, people go through things. That's not what it is. Like you can't keep blaming shit. You gotta look at it like these are weak ass people. Like when you see a motherfucker, they're one moment they're cool and the next moment they be switched up. That's a weak person. You can't say, oh, it's because people are stressed because they're broke. No, that's because you're weak. The fuck, like motherfuckers is more broken in Africa and shit. You see what I'm saying? And motherfuckers aren't the same as people in America. I've been there and I experienced that. They're not the same. They act different the way they are, their outlook, the way their mind is. So it's nothing what you think it is. Like you guys, a lot of people like to give excuses why they're a piece of shit individual. Like, no, you're a fucking piece of shit because you let the external influence you and you're weak and you're like a piece of shit person. Don't give an excuse why you're a piece of shit. Like I don't get why people don't understand that. Shit's crazy. Like if you're a piece of shit individual, you're a piece of shit individual. And there's no point around that. So it's like it's easy to say like, oh, it's just because this person's sad, this person's miserable, this person is because of this or what they're going through. Like if I'm around somebody and you're letting something external dictate how you're what you're going through, I don't want to be around you. Like if let's just say I'm in a situation such as like homelessness. If I'm around somebody who's homeless and they're always angry and depressed because they're homeless and they're more thinking about how unfair life is rather than trying to create a solution, like I look at you as a piece of shit individual. You're just a straight piece of shit. I don't give like don't fucking talk to me like because you just show me how weak you are. You show me how weak you're letting something external influence your decisions. You're a piece of shit. So I can't trust you. I don't fuck with you. This is crazy. Damn notifications. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get on the game later today. I might do another game live stream for you guys. But yeah, I'm about to I got the fucking I had got the what's it called? Well, I'll show you guys later when I start the stream. But I'll probably be streaming all day tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be streaming all day tomorrow. Yeah. 'Cause, yeah. 'Cause, yeah, I'm about to I got the what's it called? Well, I'll show you guys later when I start the stream. But yeah, I'll be streaming all day tomorrow. Yeah. 'Cause, yeah. 'Cause, yeah, I'm about to I got the what's it called? Well, I'll show you guys later when I start the stream. But yeah. Yeah, it's weird. And it's crazy because when I went to the store today, I think something happened. Because I went in there and it was, I think somebody had like walked out with a cart of shit when I went there. Because I seen like a whole bunch of people in front of the store just standing there. Like, I don't know, it was just weird. Like, the tension was hella weird. I think somebody had like walked out with a cart full of shit or something. Because when I went there, like I seen like a whole bunch of managers and people in front, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it just, the tension was weird, and I knew something was up because I can feel the energy really good. Like, that's why like when you guys see like when I like say certain things and I act a certain way, I I it just because I can pick up on energy very good. Like, I'm very intuitive. Like when it comes to energy, very so. When I read a lot of energy and I see someone who's a piece of shit, I can sense it a mile away. And I know everyone has some form of intuition, like, but my shit runs so deep. Like, I could see somebody who's a piece of shit based on like the type of food they eat, the way they walk, the way they scratch their nose. It like because it's all everything's connected. Like, nothing is separate. Everything is fucking connected. So if you scratch your nose a certain way, you're a piece of shit. Not because you scratch your nose a certain way, it's because when you have a lot of anger, hatred, and ignorance in your nervous system, you're gonna move your hand a certain way. It's like when you're crying, your face is like, nobody cries like this. It's because your nervous system is being stimulated in a certain way. So the muscles, it translates to you crying and you look a certain way. You see what I'm saying? Because the nervous system, everything's in the nervous system. So it it's like a manifestation of your body movements are a manifestation of your nervous system. So if you're a manipulating piece of shit, slimy bastard, that's gonna be in your nervous system. So it's gonna play out as you making certain body movements, and they're gonna look a certain way. What you need to do is find out how those body movements look based upon observation and experience and intuition. So you'll know, okay, when they scratch your nose this way, this means that they're a piece of shit individual. So that's how you're able to tell. And it's more than just scratching your nose. There's other things. The type of food they like, the type of video games they like, the type of, not to say every time they like that, it means that they're a piece of shit. It means like 85 to 89% of the time they like a certain thing or they scratch their nose a certain way. 89 85 to 89% of the time, that means they're a piece of shit, or it depends, whatever that you're trying to look at. Even if you want to say this person can have good energy, certain things. So it goes both ways, but always keep that in mind. Like, people are just, when I read energies on most people, I'm like, these people are just pieces of shit. So that's why, I have like motherfucker was like, oh, you're a hater, and it's like, it's not even hating. It just, you just trying to guard your energy so you don't want to be around it. Because like, I don't even antagonize energy I don't like. I just don't like to be around it, and I treat it differently, and I treat it accordingly. I don't even disrespect. I just don't be around it, and I don't say certain things and do certain things so I don't arouse certain energies. So it doesn't lead to a situation where I have to cut somebody out. I may have to assault someone. I may end up having to do something. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to know, one thing about being spiritually responsible is knowing situations in advance. Like, knowing, if I hang around this individual, if I say this thing, then I know this might happen, and I may end up having to do this. Sometimes it's okay to be like, fuck you, I'm gonna do whatever. But sometimes you're not really trying to take it there. You're trying to, you got shit you got going on. You're not trying to, you're not, it's not high school where you got to always be saying something. Like, sometimes it's just good to just mind your business and move on. So it's weird. Yeah. And shout out to my nigga J Vaz. He made a video talking about fuck my supporters, or not to support, but fuck his subscribers. And I should have named this title after that. Um, I'll probably make the next live stream. Like, but I fuck with that video. Like fuck, like 90. I would say like 95% of my subscribers are fucking degenerate. I probably have a few that are cool, but I feel him though, cause that nigga has more subscribers than me, and he gets less views and less engagement on his channel, which is kind of weird. This is how I say YouTube is all botted out. Instagram, YouTube is all botted out, especially because I noticed that like even when I'll see people, right, they'll have less subscribers than me. Like how, for example, Jay Bass, he had less subscribers, and I remember he passed me in subscribers. But then when I see his page, his views don't get that much views like mine, and his engagements is even less than mine. Not to say I have a lot, but when his channel grew, it was growing like pretty quick at a time, and it surpassed mine. And he doesn't even get engagement and like support on his channel. Like he probably hasn't even got like a donation or nothing. Like which I got plenty of donation from people, and it's weird. And he got more subscribers and shit, which is that's why I say YouTube is all botted out. It's not real. It's all fucking botted out. So it's like it's retarded. That's all. Like I shout out to that video. If you guys ever seen, he's like, "Fuck my subscribers," because there's a difference between supporters and subscribers. Yeah, because I realized like when I see like my shit, it's weird how like I have 400 or something, and like my engagement is really low. So it just showed, and I get like 100 some views. So I'm thinking like most of these people watching must be just straight bots. So that's why like I'm gonna be switching up my content because sometimes I be getting lost in it and be trying to like teach and shit. But like I told you guys, I do that because I just like doing it. But I'm literally gonna cut back on that shit. I'm just gonna come on here and just start speaking, like just doing like I'm about to do my game stream tomorrow. I'll probably do some today as well. I might not even do the streaming. I might just videotape me and then just play the game and you guys can just watch me play the game. I'm about to switch up this channel. I'm not putting no more energy on this channel no more. Every now and then I might drop some because I know I got some people that because even like the subscribers you guys fuck with my channel. You guys already know the whole rundown about what the fuck everything is. Nothing's new. Nothing is. I'm not saying nothing new. We know about energy. We know about the spirit is everything. We know how you don't focus on external. You focus on the thing that creates the external. Then once you get that right, then we already know that. So it's not like rocket science no more. And then the people who don't know that, who will never get it, they're never gonna get it because we're in a new shift. So if you're an idiot, you're gonna be stuck an idiot. You can't un-idiot somebody in this new shift. If you're retarded and you don't believe something, then you're stuck in that. You're stuck in that section. You can't get out of it right now. It's extremely hard. Like if you believe in Jesus, then you're stuck believing in that shit. You can't not believe in Jesus no more. So it's like that's where we are right now. If you believe in God and Jesus and all that bullshit, then that's what you're gonna believe in because you can't get out of it. It's too late. Shit's crazy. The fuck is that? The fuck is that? Shit scared the fuck out of me. But yeah, yeah, I'm done making. Something just hit me to like I don't know. I'm done making. I'm gonna keep making YouTube videos, but I'm done going on my spiritual rants. I'm done going on my spiritual rants. I'm done with that shit. Because I had to ask myself, like, why am I doing this? And then when I looked at the reason I'm doing it because I want to do it. But at the same time, just because you want to do something doesn't mean you should do it. Like, that's something that I want to do that's not necessary. Because at first I was like, I was doing it because I thought I was waking people up. But then after 2023, then I got out of that. So then I was like, okay, I'm doing it because I just like to teach. But then I'm like, okay, that's something because some people you may want to drink alcohol, but alcohol is not good for you. So just because you want to do something doesn't give you a reason to do it. You gotta look at what's the most important thing for you. And me out here teaching this shit is not, or talking all this spirit is not really. It's useless at this point. Is useless. So it's not useless to me because I practice the information and the people who I've helped, because I've helped a lot of people. Shout out to all the people I help. You guys know who you are. All the donations, all the people who send me email like, okay, yeah, we I've helped and that's and I know that, but we're at a point where it's done. It's no more. So it's like because I gotta start managing the time and effort I put into the external. What am I putting my time and effort in? Even though if it's something I like doing, like I gotta like look at it. Like I would rather waste fucking 8 hours on the gaming stream than teach spirituality on this platform. Like to be honest, and not to say that's any better, but at this point, like what the fuck? Who the fuck am I talking to? It's like a brick wall, and there's no point because even if it was 1,000 people, still, what the fuck is the point? What am I getting from that? And it's not about financial or nothing. It's what am I spiritually getting? Because that's the ultimate currency. What am I spiritually getting? I'm not getting shit from it. So anything that's not getting me to spiritual fulfillment or is not able to for me to be used as spiritual fulfillment is a waste of my fucking time. So that's where I'm at right now. Like a lot of people say time is money. I say time is spirit. So time is the most important. Spirit is the most important. Then it's time. Then after time, it's other things that get you. So it could be money, it could be stability, whatever. But the spirit's the most important, and then time. So I'm not wasting my energy, which is a spirit, on and wasting time on bullshit. So even if it brings me money, if it wastes my time and energy, I'm not doing it. It like that's like because money really is fucking like not what people think it is. That's why you have a lot of people struggle with money. That's one of the reasons. Like you can say, oh, it's the government and shit, because and like because I don't want to make it look like the economy and what the government did with this shit. I don't want to downplay that to make it look like what they did is not important. I don't want to like it doesn't affect people, but you got to understand like there's a lot of piece of shit individuals in this world, and a lot of people are going through what they're going through, partly because they deserve what they're going through based upon their dumbass decisions. Like if you're somebody who's in your 50s, 60, whatever age, I shouldn't want to say because any age, this goes beyond age. I don't want to keep bringing age. Like everyone's fucking retarded, regardless of the age. And you want to believe Jesus is your king, then you accept all the consequences and negative things that come with that stupid ass shit. You see what I'm saying? If you believe Jesus is your king, you deserve all the negatives that come with that shit. So you can't say, "Oh, I hate the government. I'm against the Illuminati. Fuck the Rothschilds. Fuck what Trump's doing." But yet you go and say Jesus is your king. Like there's this individual that I've observed within this reality, and this motherfucker is like Jesus is king. Then this motherfucker will sit here and complain about how he doesn't have money, how he doesn't have this, how he's suffering, how life is so fucked up against him. He can like she can shut the fuck up, dude. Stop playing being a victim. You say Jesus is your king. You believe we went to the moon. You believe politics have any type of validity into them other than them being a scam on the people. You believe taxes are warranted for the people to live a normal life. You believe all this dumb shit while saying Jesus is king, and then you want me to feel sorry for you. that you're suffering and going through mental illness and you can't survive and you're like, bitch, you deserve to suffer. You're a fucking piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. You're a piece of shit. Stop using the government and the system as, don't get me wrong, they're the problem, but you're a problem too. You can't say fuck the Illuminati, fuck the Trump, fuck what they're doing, but say Jesus is your king. You believe taxes are warranted. You believe it's normal to sit here and kidnap people and say that you're deporting them because they're not. You believe in all of this shit that they tell you, but you struggle in life and you want to blame somebody other than yourself. No, you deserve it. You're a piece of shit person. You deserve it, and the reason you deserve it because you haven't fixed your problem. You haven't fixed your issue. So if you haven't fixed your issue problem, which we all have the power to do, then you're a piece of shit. Plain and simple. We're not going to act like that isn't the case. This is part of the reason why a lot of people are so miserable nowadays. Because people are the spirit always will remind you that you're a piece of shit. So you can think that you're normal. Let me tell you how it looks. When you're a piece of shit on a spiritual level, but your ego is too fucking hard-headed to understand that, how this plays out is a lot of negative things happen in your life, and you say that the devil's attacking you. You say you're being gang stalked. Like every single person, and I mean every single person that says they're being gang stalked is a piece of shit individual, and they deserve everything they're getting because of their ignorance. Their beliefs they have. You got some people out here that will say anybody that believes in spirituality is retarded. The reason I'm being gang stalked is because the government has me on a watch list program, and they're experimenting, and they're able to send frequencies and waves to target individuals like me to make our lives hell because we're on a watch list because we're so special. Bitch, you're not special. Like, what's so special about you? Like what the fuck do you have that's so special? If you had something that was so special, show it, give us an example, and make your situation better. Make your mind, like, fuck money, fuck material. That's after the fact. Make your mind, make your outlook, make your spirit, make that have some type of like goal, and then come talk to me. But if you can't do that, which takes no money, it just takes your own will. If you can't do that, then you're not shit. So why would somebody need to use you? It doesn't make sense. So you're not targeted. You're just a piece of shit individual, and you want to blame somebody. Like, and I'm not saying like some people need to get blamed for some shit, but like I feel like I'm the type of person where I've been through a lot of shit where there was people to blame for it, and I was angry and I cussed them out and I did something. But just because somebody did something doesn't mean that you can't recognize that you're at fault. So you see what I'm saying? Like, you could still recognize you're at fault and still be like, fuck that nigga. Once you just give up on yourself and working on yourself and just blame the world and say the reason you're here is because of the world. Okay, even if somebody set you up and did something, what are you gonna do? Just sit there and just be miserable the rest of your life? Are you gonna at least find a solution? Like, I hate motherfuckers. Like, that's why I say like most of the world is just fucked up at this point. They're just fucking retarded. Most people in this world. And it's like they put their energy off so much. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like, I was at the Publix. This was back in August. And this old ass bitch was like, oh, I didn't even stake anything because I was with like a family member. And this old ass bitch was all saying that I stole something. And I literally didn't. But since she's so old, miserable, and unsatisfied, she's white too. So how are you an old white lady in your fucking 60s? You have no retirement. You're working at a fucking teenager job. You fucking pathetic bitch.
and you're miserable, stocking shelf, and you want to say that I'm stealing something. No, you're just projecting your own misery. Because I walk by people every day, nobody says anything. The reason you decide to say something, because you're a miserable, sad bitch, and you want to project your negative energy. You have regrets in your life because you're old, you're stocking shelves, and you're a white lady. You shouldn't even be in that position. You fumbled the fucking white privilege bag, you stupid dumbass bitch. How do you do that? And you, since you're so angry and full of regret, you want to project your energy and try to get me angry, which in turn it worked a little because I was pissed and I cussed her the fuck out. So you try to project your shit onto me. Who the fuck is you, bitch? You working at the same job as a teenager. And I bet you if the teenager was working with you, you'll probably say, oh, you need to get off your cell phone. You need to come in work. I'm like, bitch, you need to not be working at that job and go take care of your grandchildren and be at home or on a fucking beachfront or a timeshare or somewhere, enjoying your golden years before your old ass fucking dies. Because what are you gonna work there for the next 10 years till you can't even move and have 5 years in a fucking nursing home, you stupid bitch, if even that? Yeah, it's probably die on a fucking shift. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're retarded. You worrying about the wrong thing. You worrying if I'm stealing something. Bitch, you need to be worrying all the time that job is stealing from your old ass fucking last final days. You dumbass raggedy stank hoe. Fuck is you talking about? And you white too? You fucked up the bag. How you white and you a female? That's supposed to be like the most privileged demographic if you're not a fucking retard to at least have some type of shit right when you that old. You ain't even a nigga. And you're a female. And you're white. And you get the fuck out of here, bitch. That shows me how fucking like retarded you are, to be honest. And this is a fact. Even though it's fucked up how females and white and they have these type of privileges. They don't even have privileges because all of that privilege shit is all bullshit. But how are you a fucking white old ass bitch? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You in that situation. Because all that white privilege, it is bullshit. But at the end of the day, how are you that like that? I've seen people who are like don't even have your characteristics and they're doing better than you, bitch. So you must be fucking retarded. You must be retarded. This shit is crazy. Shout out to my nigga Jay Vaz. Yeah, I was talking about that video you made. You said fuck your subscribers. I feel you, man. Most of the subscribers on this bitch, YouTube has bought it the fuck out. I was saying how it was funny how you surpassed me in subscriptions I think it was like a couple years ago. And you get less engagement than me on your video and less like people commenting and less views. And it's like that's why like who the fuck is subscribing? And like YouTube has bought it the fuck out because there's somebody I know on here and they spent like thousands of dollars on YouTube. And that's the dumbest shit to do. Like, why would you spend money on YouTube? Like, it's just not worth it. And his subscribers didn't even go up. Like, they went up, his subscribers went up, but it was not worth the amount of money he spent. Nowhere near. Like, his shit went up a bit, but the amount of money he's making is nothing. And his subscribers, I've seen people get triple that without even spending a dime. So it wasn't even worth it. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, why the fuck would you do that? He spent like a lot of money on YouTube ads. I'm like, that's dumb as fuck. Because first of all, if you're shadow banned and they don't fuck with you, they're still gonna take your money. How do I not know they're gonna still take my money and shadow ban me? So they can shadow ban like I don't like him. I don't like what you said because you may have said something to hurt someone's feelings. Because the whole reason behind shadow banning is you hurting someone's feelings. So if you talk a certain way or you have a certain belief, that's how they shadow ban you. Like a lot of you guys think shadow banning is because you drop some secret information. We're not in that state. We're not in that era really. Ain't nobody have information. There's like I'm not saying there's no information out there. But you got to understand, like, majority of society is retarded. It's like, if you go to a preschool, are you going to be so scared to leave your wallet on the desk at a preschool compared to a high school? No, because the preschoolers don't have that comprehension to really even know to take a wallet. So we're at a time right now, not to say that there's no information, just like not to say that you don't have anything valuable if you're an adult at a preschool. It's just the fact the information, most people don't have the information. Just like at a preschool, most kids don't have the comprehension to steal your wallet. So most people are idiots, is what I'm trying to say. So there's really no deep information anymore. Like we're past that stage. At one point, when we were getting into the previous shift, which was around 2012, 2016, when we were entering that shift, then it was a little different because we were just coming from a different shift. So shit about the spirit and spirituality, chakra, that shit was looked at a certain way. But now we're so in another shift. A lot of that information is really, not to say it's not true, but most people don't have the comprehension, the discipline, and the awareness to implement a lot of information that was deemed a threat in the old shift, because most people are degenerate, most people are retarded. So now there's really no such thing as it's very rare to come across a channel who's speaking deep info. The closest you can get to that is somebody talking about the pandemic and shit like that. And even then, like nowadays, they'll just use it to block your channel. But everybody with a half a brain knows the vaccine is retarded. Like this is common fucking sense. I don't have to go on any more about that. But we're like in a different whole shift now where everyone's retarded. So it's like the reason for them to shadow ban you is because you hurt someone's feelings or they don't like the way you talk. That's the main reason. Like, because I will see people like who have channels who talk about nothing. They don't even speak deep. And then they'll get shadow banned. I'm like, why did they get shadow banned? They didn't say nothing. They're the whole channel, the whole niche that they talk about. It could be some retarded, dumbass niche like collecting cards or collecting action figures. And they may say something that's not even deep or nothing, and then they'll get shadow banned. So shadow banning is mostly nowadays, not to say they don't do it, because there's some people, I'm not going to say everyone's retarded, because there are some people who do have knowledge, but most of the time, like 98% of the time, it's just because you hurt someone's feelings. You got a lot of people, I like the people who run these algorithms, the people that you want to say that are like in the so-called government, whatever that is, whatever you think that is, all of these so-called people in so-called government and who run these algorithms on YouTube, those type of people, whatever they are, they're the most traumatized, they're the most mentally ill people. Like that's what you guys got to understand. So their feelings be getting hurt more than you think. Because you gotta look at it. Somebody with money, resources, and a lot of time on their hands, that's still that hurt to have to create shit like ICE and wars and shadow banning. You got to be really fucking miserable. Like you have all this money, you have all this time, you have all these resources, because they don't do anything, they don't work, they don't do shit. The people do everything. The reason society exists is because of the people, not because of the people who run this shit. They don't do anything but just collect money and create laws on how to collect money, aka tariffs and tax. So they don't do shit. They have all the time in the world. So how are you that miserable to still try to stop people from living their life? It's because they got mental illness. Because you got to be really fucked up. Like they got like the most worst mental illness. Like there was a new somebody, one of my like family members, they said something about some kid getting kidnapped. Or no, it was like I guess they stopped the human trafficking and like arrested a bunch of people. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? And it's like, oh, I heard it on the news. And I'm like, the people on the news who reported that story, they're retarded and mentally ill. And the people human trafficking, they're retarded and mentally ill. Like, why are you telling me? I don't care about what retards do to each other. Like both parties the people trafficking people and the people who are reporting, they're both fucking retarded. Why the fuck are you? Why? What? How mentally sick in the fucking brain do you have to be? Not only to human traffic people, but to report on it and tell me like I give a fuck, like that matters to me. You gotta be one. Like, I'm not just looking at the human traffic. I'm looking at who the fuck is reporting this. Are you right in the brain? You wasted all this tax money. You wasted all this time and energy to report on a story. Like, how about just use that energy and arrest the motherfuckers and shut the fuck up and move on? And if you need people's help into catching anyone, then you could say be on the lookout for this suspect. But I'm sure they captured everyone because the case was in court and they arrested everyone. So why the fuck did the people got to know? Everything's already at that point. It should be private. But it's retarded. So like this whole world is just full of just dumb shit, man. And it people like, and then I have people in my family tell me, "Oh, I hear all these things on the news," or "Did you hear what this?" I don't give a fuck what the fuck happened. Like that has nothing to do with me. That's not my concern. I don't care. Like, why do you feel the need? What is that gonna get you? Like that's not me. Like my last video, I said society has nothing to do with you. You may think it does, but anything that you're gonna tell me, yes, it does. It all has to do with survival. So as long as you have, because think about it, if you had $100 million in a safe under your fucking bed or under your floorboards, you would not even need to deal with this shit. You would just take your money, give it to your landlord, buy what you need to buy. You wouldn't even have to deal with people. You wouldn't even have to go outside. Anything that you think society has to deal with you with, it's because you're trying to get money and live within it. So none of this shit means shit to you other than you need to go out and pay rent and go to work. That's it. So none of this shit has to do with you. So when it has nothing to do with you trying to get on your fucking hustle and do what you got to do to survive in this shit, that shit has nothing to fucking do with you. You got to always understand that. Don't get lost in this shit. Like that's why, like, shout out to Jay Bass. When he was talking about the Rothschilds and all that, I spoke about it in my other live stream in the bit, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit because that shit doesn't concern me. Whoever create that, whoever like who invented that whole thing, like the word Rothschilds or fucking all the shit they talk about, like Epstein files, like that's their shit. They invent. I've never would have heard or even been aware of the word Epstein files if it wasn't for the government leaking it on the internet. So like I don't like that has nothing to do with me. Whatever they want to go with that, that's their shit. Like why would you think that you need to? That's like it. Don't get me wrong. If you want to watch the story and because it entertains you and it's funny, or maybe you just want to see what celebrity. Even though that I don't even believe any of that shit. Any celebrity they say was on his island, it's a fucking lie. I don't believe that. Maybe some of them were, but how do I not know? Like I said in my last live stream, how do I not know? It's if they don't like a celebrity no more, they just lie and be like, he was on the island just to make everybody look at them like they're like some sexual deviant. Whereas maybe he wasn't. Maybe they just lying. Like you really believe the government what they because you know how the government shadow bans and they hate people and they ruin people. Look what they did to fucking Diddy. Not to say he didn't do that shit, but isn't the president, isn't all the senators, isn't like every fucking pope fuck children in the ass and do 10 times worse than Diddy? But yet Diddy's looked at like if you're gonna charge Diddy, charge everyone. So I was like, at the end of the day, none of that shit's my fucking. None of it has nothing to do with me. That's why I don't fuck with society. I don't get along with society because none of it has nothing to do with me. And when you act like it has nothing to do with you, people try to like, oh yes it does. You're a black. You know what the black people did to get you to be able to vote. You know what Martin Luther that stupid nigger didn't do shit but fill his own pockets and fulfill some white man's prophecy. And once they were done with him, they fucking put a bullet through that nigga's head. He died for nothing. Martin Luther King didn't. He died for fucking nothing. He didn't do shit. All he did was fulfill some white man's prophecy. They paid him good. They took care of him. They put him in a fucking suit amidst all the black people that were suffering, getting their dicks chopped up. That nigga was living good with the white man. And once they used him up, they shot him in the fucking head. And I think they killed his ass when his ass started waking up. Once he realized he fucked up and he started doing something else, that's probably when they killed his ass. So he didn't do shit for me. And they said, oh, he died for you to vote. He didn't. Voting isn't my system. That has nothing to do with me. So why would I ever vote? That has nothing to do with me. I don't like. It's not about me hating it or nothing. Because like the way I look at it, like it's not about me hating the government or liking it. It's just they need to leave. They don't need to cut checks. They don't need to make housing free. They don't need to lower inflation. They don't need to do that. They need to pack their shit up and just leave this country because they don't belong here. And the native indigenous people who were here before, they need to run shit. And however they run shit, which is obviously going to be in synchronized with how this land and this in reality is supposed to be, that's how it should be ran. That's the only thing that I really will want. The native indigenous to run, because this is their land. And if they run shit how I don't like it, I would just go to Nigeria, and because I'm half Nigerian, and I'll just go over there and stay if I don't like it here. You see what I'm saying? And that'll be out of respect for them because this is their land. You see what I'm saying? That's how you do it. It's like, but as far as these white people, or not even say, because I don't want to say white, because I don't hate no white people. As far as I'm not gonna say I'm not racist and shit, because I respect white people. I have white friends, but I'm gonna lie to you guys and say if I tell you guys I'm not a little racist. And at the end of the day, there's nothing really wrong with it. It just don't go overboard with it at the end of the fucking day. I'm not gonna go out and kill no white people. I'm not gonna sit there and be mad if a white person comes in front of me. I have people that are white that are friends, but I'm not gonna act like I'm not racist towards other races. I'm not gonna sit there like at the end of the day. And even black people, some black people are retarded. And if you black and I don't like you because you act too much like a nigga, I'll be stupid for me to say, oh, if a white person don't act like a white person, I'm not gonna call them out on their bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Like at the end of the day, I don't like certain people. That's it. And it's not about like me being like hatred and bigoted. That's just the fucking truth. If you don't like it, then you can get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck. People can kiss my ass. Turn this fucking light on. I'm gonna drop the link if any of you guys want to join. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I feel like we're like we're at an end. Like I don't want to say we're at the end of the world, but we are at the end. Not at the end of the world, but we're at the end of a certain paradigm where it's gonna feel like the end. Like, because the end, when something ends, that means there's nothing that comes after it in most cases. This life and this nature, and because you gotta look at nature, because everything within this reality, everything, the spirit is number one, then it creates things like nature, our mind, and all this shit. So nature, that's gonna keep thriving and it's gonna be here for a long time. But if you're not in tune with nature, that's gonna end. So right now, this is why it feels like it's an ending, because you have to be in tune with nature, and you have to be in tune with and not with nature, but because when I say nature, a lot of you niggas think, oh, the trees and like these stupid spiritual niggas with these fucking dirty ass fucking seashells on their nappy ass dress. That type of in tune with nature, like how Nature Boy was when he was in the woods. And shout out to Nature Boy. I fuck with Nature Boy. I respect his energy and shit. But all the stupid niggers that follow him, you know, those nappy headed ass fucking conch shell with the on they fucking nappy ass dreads, talking all this bull. They didn't know shit. Oh, you gotta put you be in tune with the you. Like, shut the fuck up with your stupid ass nigga. You don't know shit about shit. At the end of the day, you don't know nothing. So that type of nature, that's not what I'm talking about. Nature is fucking the mind, how you think. That's really what I talk about when I talk about nature. I'm talking about the mind because everything is the mind. This fucking shirt was created from the mind. Somebody have to think about it, and then from the mind, they're like, I want to make a shirt. They thought about the design, they made the shirt. This design was in somebody's mind before it was on my body. So nature is the mind. So if you're not in tune with the mind and the energies that create it on a deep level, you're not in tune with nature. So that's what I mean. I'm not talking about the grass and go outside and a motherfucking homeless person walks around outside all the time. They are fucking cracked out. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't mean shit. You can walk around outside, like you got. That's what I say. They have so much misinformation out here. People are retarded. Like you'll tell people say, "Oh, if the more you walk, the longer you live." Not to say walking's bad, but don't homeless people walk more than anyone, and they're unhealthy. Homeless people look sick. But yeah, homeless. I've seen this homeless like she'll walk all over the fucking city when I was living in California. All over the city, I see her. She was sick and had illness. So I'm not saying walking's bad, but this is why I say you have to have the spirit involved. If you just eat healthy and the spirit isn't involved, you're more unhealthy than somebody who eats hamburgers every day and they have a spirit involved. This is why I say health, nature, wellness, all the shit they taught you, they don't really know what they're talking about because they don't have the what's your spirit's intention on why you're doing what you're doing. If you don't have an intention, then you're just a fucking idiot and you're pretty much wasting your time. None of that means shit if you don't have spirit intention. I gotta clean that fucking bed, dude. I have a lot of shit on that fucking bed. Yeah. I'm gonna start my fast in a couple hours. Yeah. But this shit's crazy, man. Yeah. It's gonna be my last. The fuck? Yeah. I don't know where I was going at. Shit. Somebody just sent me a text message. Yeah. Oh man. I'm probably gonna end this live stream, guys. Shit's fucking yeah. Had to turn this fucking heater on. Getting fucking hella hot up in here. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to get the fuck up out of here. I want to like, I might just take a. I want to take a road trip somewhere, but my car. I don't know. I might take Greyhound. Like, I feel like I want to go somewhere, but like the thing is, there's nowhere really to go. Like if I go out, if I leave, if I leave this area, I gotta go out of state because I hate the South. I hate the South. Like I hate the South and I hate the East Coast. I don't know. I just like the West Coast, like Nevada, California, Arizona. Like I love the fucking West Coast. Not just California, but just the whole West Coast. Like I just like it way better out there. Like I hate the East Coast and I hate the South. I fucking hate it. Like I want to travel and go somewhere, but I want to go like to like Reno or Vegas or probably somewhere like in Arizona. Like I want to go somewhere around there. I don't want to be in this area. I fucking like I don't mind being here because it's certain reasons. Oh shit, what's that? Hold on, let me check something real quick. Fuck. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. How much is it? Ooh, $38.99. No phone. Critics' Choice. I don't know if I want to get it or not. I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Let me just wait. If I look at cheap games, I'll get it. Oh yeah, I just have to check something real quick. Damn, this fucking batteries fucking sucks. Yeah, I might have to end this live stream, guys. I'm done with this fucking shit. Next live stream I go, I'm gonna probably show you guys the game or something. Yeah, but one thing I realized, man, is there's a lot of people just haters out in this world, man. I don't know, it's crazy. Like just a lot of that's why like I'm so glad I'm not like because I did this one nigga right, and he get like he's like he does like fucking like I guess this nigga lives out his car, and like people doxing him and everything and sending him like just so many haters, and like I be thinking like because like a lot of these niggas they don't have money, so they use their platform to get donations. So if you're like an influencer and you have a supportive audience that sends you a lot of money, there's gonna be a lot of people that are envious and jealous and hate, and they're gonna dox you, and they're gonna just because they dropped his social security. And this is more than one type of like it's always a an influencer that has like people that send them money. And like you have people out here like they spend their whole life like just trying to like I'm like god damn like it's crazy, and like it made me kind of think like I don't even really like I'm glad my channel isn't that big. That's what I say, because depending on like this is why I tell you if you want to do something like make sure you have something that's real and authentic, because nobody can fuck with that. If you don't have nothing going on, let's just say you're homeless living in your car, or you just ran, you don't have nothing going on, then you're gonna attract people who gonna fuck with you, because in this world, people only fuck with you if they feel they can fuck with you. If you got something going on that's very important, that's why I keep everything to myself, because you never know what type of energies is out there. I don't even like to show shit on my page or nothing. Like there was a time I was showing shit on my page like 3 years ago. Remember when I was in the store and I was like, I cut that shit out because I made one or two videos. Like I cut that shit out as I see, like I'm not doing that because I don't like to show what I'm doing in real life, because you never know, because you have people out here that are just fucking haters and very like it's one thing to like hate someone and move on, but there's a certain level, a certain type of hate where motherfuckers will spend their whole life to try to expose you, tear you down. And you never want to be in that energy, because that's a trap. It's like, because once you put yourself, you never want to make somebody's life hard deliberately. Because you got to look at it like this. How many times that you had a problem in your life and you looked for a solution and you found a solution and you were happy, like you were trying to lose weight or you're trying to get some money and you finally got some work, you were like, dang, I found a solution. But when you make somebody's life hell and you continually thwart their progress willingly and make their life hard, you're creating an energy where throughout your spiritual evolution onward, any problem you have is going to be super hard for you to get out of it, because there's going to be something else to work, because whatever energy put out, you're going to get. So if you make somebody's life hard because of your hatred and anger, it's going to be that much more harder for you in the future for you to get your shit together spiritually, mentally, physically, within any reality you're in the future, spiritually, wherever your spirit's at, because you put the energy out to always make someone's life hard. So now simple solutions to better yourself won't really work for you because you have to go through that extra layer of adversity and density that you created on yourself. So you never want to put yourself in a position where you're deliberately making somebody's life hard. You never. If you don't like something, you get the fuck away from it. Don't, because a lot of these people, they do this shit, but they don't understand. And then this is why I tell you, people are miserable these days. And you never know what somebody's is going through. You never know what somebody's about to go through, and you never know what somebody's been through. All of that takes into effect of why they're currently feeling the way they're feeling. A lot of people are very miserable, depressed, angry. You don't know what they've been through. A lot of these people, they've been in situations where it's warranted for them to be miserable and depressed. Like you have people out here, example, the example I just gave you, the individuals hating on this guy, trolling, doxing him, all of this shit. I'm like, God damn, dude, it's not even that serious. But then you go see one of these people and then they'll complain how life is so hard. I'm depressed and everything's against me. I just got laid off. Like this happened. Like, bitch, don't play victim. Obviously, if I don't know what you've been through, it's easy to look at you as a victim. But you never know what somebody's going through for them to be. Some people deserve to be in that situation. Like I said, there was this other individual. I said early in this live stream, he was talking about how Jesus is king. But then before he said that dumb shit, I felt sorry for him months ago because he was all, this happened. But then when I look at, because everybody, like 99% of the people that I see that are suffering in life, they somehow deserve it. And I don't want to seem fucked up. And I'm not saying that they deserve to be miserable. Everybody has the potential and the ability to end their misery by putting in the work and effort needed to do so. So I'm not saying they deserve to be miserable, because if you, I can think you deserve to be miserable, but if you do what's necessary to better yourself, you won't be miserable. So it's not whether you deserve it or not. I'm not the one keeping you there. I just say you deserve it, but you can not manifest it and you can better your life by doing what you need to do. So everyone has that ability. So once you realize that, and you see, it's hard for you to look at people like a victim. It's hard, like especially in this day and age. It's one thing if we were at a different time and there were certain, but nowadays, like, what the fuck is going on? Nowadays, we're at a different time where most people that are suffering now is warranted. Like these people, most people are piece of shit people at the end of the day. And then they'll act like they're a victim. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, this is happening. This is that. Like, no, you're just a fucking idiot. I don't feel sorry for people no more, especially in this day and age. This day and age, I don't. Because you got to look at the time we're in right now. We're not in a time where, like civil rights days, they were just going kidnapping black people, chopping their dick off. Or we're like in a time that was like they were able to just go and kidnap people and keep them as slaves, regardless of what race you are. Those times, okay, you could look at people more so as victim, even though we always create our situation from a certain point. You could look at them as victims because they're going through something horrendous. They didn't have, like, you go to like third world countries, like how like they just go and take people and do shit, and even on a spiritual level, they kind of manifest it. But that more, I can be like, okay, I feel sorry for these people than somebody in America that's complaining. Like, shut the fuck up. You really don't have no, a lot of the reason, like a lot of these people that complain, they'll say like I heard this one bitch, this bitch is literally homeless, but then she was talking shit about how somebody gave her a ride and they had a shitty car. And I'm like, bitch, you don't even have a car. You homeless. Like, that's why your ass is homeless and you don't got shit. And you suffering on the fucking street and you don't got nothing. And you want to say, oh, it's because people are against you. And they're no, bitch, it's because you're a fucking piece of shit individual. If you're a piece of shit individual, piece of shit, things are going to happen to you. And we're in a time because we have social media, we have the brainwashing, the programming, we got a lot of this GMO food. We have a whole myriad of things that are contributing to people being more of people being more of a piece of shit. So it's like, and so I don't feel sorry for no one no more, man. Like I said in the beginning of my life, you that miserable old ass fucking hag that thought I was stealing. And I'm like, bitch, you just miserable because you work at this shitty ass job. First of all, I wasn't stealing anything when she was there. So I was hoping, I was about to get the manager and file a suit. And because that you could sue somebody if they say you're stealing and you don't have nothing and they check the cameras and you didn't take nothing on the day they said you stole. You can sue. I was about to go and do that shit, but I didn't. I should have, but I was like, I'm not trying to go through all. But I was like, I didn't take shit. I'm like, bitch, fuck you. But she's a miserable old ass bitch. So she didn't. And she'll probably complain out. Things are expensive. Like, no, but you're miserable because you got to work at that shitty job and you barely can pay for a pack of fucking rice and some and cheeses. And that's too much money for you. So you see somebody else still getting something. I wasn't stealing, but she probably sees people throughout the day stealing shit, being able to eat what she can't even afford for free. So the reason you want to stop somebody from stealing something is not because you're they're stealing from the store, bitch. Like that store doesn't care about you. That store has billions of dollars. You're just stealing because you're miserable and you have to work for your little fucking chump change and you barely can afford a good decent meal where somebody goes up in there and steals steak and lobster and eats better than your old ass and you work fucking 20,000 hours that month. Like, and you just miserable. So you want to see them in trouble because you want people to feel your misery. That's why when you see a lot of people, they'll say, "Oh, go work at McDonald's." Oh, why are you trying to be an? Why are you trying to do music or why are you trying to be uh whatever? Like they want you to always work some shitty job so you can be miserable like them because they feel like, oh, you don't work. You're not saying you shouldn't work, but if somebody's doing something productive and trying to better themselves, like somebody wants to open their own little like hair salon business or they want to make fucking whatever it is and be something creative, who are you to tell them to go work at McDonald's somewhere? You just you just a miserable bitch. You just a miserable asshole. Like you just a miserable person. And you want people because first of all, you don't have no creative gift. And if you did, you don't believe in yourself. So you feel like everyone's supposed to be like you. Like that's not how life works. Like I hate people who project their own misery and shortcomings onto you. Like they're broken, they can't afford shit. So they want you to be broken, not afford shit, telling you to go work at McDonald's. Like fuck you. Why? So I could be miserable, sad like you. I could not have time for my own creative gifts. I could be like you. And I'm not saying everyone who works there is miserable. I'm not saying that, but based upon my situation and what I got going, it's not meant. Some people maybe they need to work there. I know sure as hell anybody that's telling somebody to work there, they shouldn't even be there. But they're so stuck in their own bullshit, they can't even leave if they wanted to because they fucked up too much. So they want to get you to the point where it's the point of no return, like they're at. How much money this is? 20. Oh hell no, that's too low, man. Maybe 30. That's $2 off, nigga. If that's too much for you, you can kiss my ass. I don't know why people gotta be retarded, dude. Journey, I don't know if I'm. That's too low, man. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm gonna raise the price more on this. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna decline that. Fuck that. It's too cheap. I'm gonna raise the price on that shit. All right, there you go. The fuck is that? Yeah. What's today? Wednesday. Yeah, I'm gonna start my fast in a few hours. I'll probably start it at 9:30. Yeah. Yeah. That's why, like, when because when people talk about like introverted and like how they're like, oh, I don't feel like dealing with people no more. And I feel like the reason why that shit is because of my title. Like, I don't think, because I realized, like, there was a time I used to think I was introverted and shit, but I realized it's like, that's not even really what it is. It's just, I hate most people. Like, especially, like, when it comes to, like, Gen Z. Like, I can't be around no fucking Gen Z, really. Like, I could communicate and be chill with, like, a person, like a OG, more so than a Gen Z, like an OG that's not retarded. Like Gen Z are just fucking retarded when you really look at it. Like most people in general are just retarded. And I think that's where the introversion comes from. I don't think it comes from people just really introvert. Because I realized like I used to think I was introverted, but I realized like no, I genuinely just don't fucking like most people. But when I deal with certain types of people that I run into every blue moon, it's like that whole it's like that whole factor of awkwardness and having to try and having to think to like that shit just goes out the window. It's just everything is just natural. You know when you like talking to like a sibling you know that you're cool with, or you're talking to a cousin, you're talking to somebody you cool with, like you don't try and it's like it's flowing. I noticed, so I'm realizing a lot of that introverted shit is just having to do with a lot of like mind control. A lot of people like human beings aren't the same type of human being as they were before. There's a lot of like people are. There's a lot of mental illnesses going around right now. That's really what it is. That's what I realized. Like it's a lot of this shit is mental illness. I don't know what the fuck it is. Oh, get the fuck out of there. This fucking dumbass. That's why I hate these fucking cats, man. Like, I don't even like animals and shit, but I have to watch them. Because my sister and them, they wanted me to watch them, and it's shit's a hella annoying. I don't really I like animals and shit, but I don't really like pets and shit. They're hella annoying. But I'm probably gonna end this live stream, guys. I don't know. I don't really want to keep making this shit. I'm really not even in the mood. I'm about to start my fast today, and yeah. Watch me start my fast and watch a whole bunch of I know it's like when I start my fast, a bunch of shit will come up and start happening. Like it's just weird. Like that's like when you start your fast, you got to be really like strong minded because you have to do like you'll start your fasting and bullshit will start manifesting. Not negative, but like not that bad things happen. Just you may have to go and do something like you don't even want to do this shit. I was like, why the fuck when I wasn't doing my fast, you didn't hit me up for this? But I'm gonna just go and end this chat. I'll hit you guys up later.